Hey, for this week's discussion, everybody, we're supposed to be talking about the types of careers that interest us and how they align with our goals as a writer. My personal goals have always been to get my first book published and then continue to creatively write while finding a junior college or university where I can apply what I've learned in my master's and MFA programs here at SNHU. So I want to teach creative writing as well as continue to write. As we discussed the business side of thing in the last week or so, I think I'd also like to explore some type of technical writing, copywriting, or even blogging. Um, I won't even rule out ghostwriting or some other type of professional writing at this point. As a new writer, I think that's important to be able to be open to all kinds of things that come up. Um, so as far as my creative writing, I'm about halfway through my first book. I'm looking to take it to publication as the MFA program winds down. As we talked about last week, finding time for my creative writing is the biggest challenge for me. My current job requires about 50 to 55 hours a week. You can see I'm at work right now. I do rotating 12-hour shifts of either 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I usually work 3 to 4 day shifts and then have a day or two off and then rotate to 3 or 4 night shifts. Also on top of that, I have obviously my family responsibilities, my wife and my 6 kids. I've spent the last 3 years also as I've completed my master's and worked on my MFA as the mayor of the town I live in for the last 4 years, and that requires about 15 hours a week as well of my time. Last month I was just reelected for another 2 years, so when I say time management is important for me, I'm pretty serious about that. Make time for my creative writing on days off when I have the house to myself or late nights when it's quiet. My current goal is to have the first complete rough draft of my novel done by the end of summer, and that's going to be by the end of August, although in Texas we've been known to have 100-degree heat into October, so we'll see how that goes. As far as lining up other teaching opportunities, I contacted the SNHU Career Center last year. I've used some networking and things to get information I need for some local junior colleges and colleges. The Career Center advised me to wait until close to the end of our program before reaching out to pursue that, so I'm going to take their advice and begin working on that in the first of the year. I've already developed lesson plans, texts, modules, and things like that, so I hope that presenting a pretty much finished project, I'll be able to secure a job pretty easily. The other options of copywriting and technical writing or even blogging are things I just thought about last week. I'm comfortable with my knowledge in the electric industry, so I could pursue technical writing, but in all honesty, blogging and copywriting really seem to pique my interest. As we learn more about options, that may change. So I'll see what happens there. Really, though, I'm pretty well set on seeing my creative writing aspirations of getting my book published and finding a teaching position through. I want to be able to apply what I've learned and also have another source of income to pay for all the student loans that we've all incurred as we've pursued our educational goals. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say this week, and thanks for listening to me.